the anterior, and the ones that are located on the backside, posterior. Okay? So may apat sa anterior, may apat sa posterior. Okay? And this is an overview of those muscles. So let's first start with the anterior ixioappendicular muscles, the pectoralis group, the subclavius, and the serratus anterior. Okay? So the muscles here, okay, we have the pectoralis major, okay, the pectoralis minor, we have the subclavius, and the serratus anterior. So kung nakikita nyo, di ba, okay, ito yung pinakamalalim na muscles dito sa region na to. Axio sa axis gitna, papunta sa limb or upper extremity. Ito yung deepest muscle na matatagpuan natin sa region na yan. Okay? Now, let's proceed with pectoralis major. So this muscle, this is a large muscle, thick, fan-shaped muscle that covers the superior part of the thorax. Okay? This muscle has two origins. Yung mas maliit na part na origin is the clavicular head. Ibig sabihin, when you trace this muscle from its origin, you can see two origins. One is coming from the clavicle. So we call that muscle clavicular head. Okay? And one muscle seems like it's coming from another region. Okay? Located at the sternocostal area. So, yung isa nanggagaling dito sa may clavicular area, yung isa nanggagaling sa sternum. Yung iba naka-attach din doon sa cartilage ng mga ribs. Okay, so yun yung sternocostal head. And the action of the pectoralis major is to adduct and medially rotate. Okay, so hinihila niya paloob yung arm natin at iniikot niya yung arm natin. It moves it going medially. Okay, the next naman is the pectoralis minor. Okay, so this compared to the pectoralis major, this is a thin shaped muscle. Okay, that mainly assists not in pulling the arm towards the midline, but it assists us in forced inhalation. Okay, so this pectoralis minor muscle is useful because it serves as a landmark for structures in the axilla. Okay, so pag nakita mo na, guys, kapag ka nag-cadaver dissection kayo, hindi nyo muna makikita yung pectoralis minor. Kailangan tuklapin nyo muna yung pectoralis major para makita nyo tong muscle na to. And you will see the pectoralis major is actually like a structure that will signal you na papalapit na kayo sa mga neurovascular structures ng axilla or ng kilikili. Okay? And then the subclavius. This is a small cylindrical muscle under the clavicle that extends from the clavicle to the first rib. So naka-attach ito sa clavicle and then sa first rib. And the function of this muscle is basically to steady the clavicle during movements of the pectoral girdle. Okay, lastly, serratus anterior. This is a large, flat, fan-shaped muscle between the ribs and the scapula. This is named because of the sawtooth serratus, serrated. Okay, this is the serrated or fan-shaped muscle between the ribs and the scapula. Okay, so boxer's muscle yung special epo niya. Kasi kung nakita niyo si Manny Pacquiao, di ba? Boxers have very prominent serratus anterior. Okay, so those are the muscles. Okay, serratus anterior. Okay, so those are the muscles sa anterior ixioappendicular muscles. Now, when we take a look at the posterior, okay, ixioappendicular muscles, these are the muscles that we will encounter. So guys, yung mga serratus anterior, pectoralis major, minor, subclavius, lahat nasa harap. Punta tayo sa likod. So the muscles that we see, okay, are the following. We have the trapezius, okay, the latissimus dorsi, the rhomboids major and minor, and the levator scapula. Okay, let's proceed with the trapezius. The trapezius is a large muscle. So, meron ka dito located at the cervical or sa bandang leg. Meron ka located sa mid-back. Meron ka papunta na sa lower back. It is a large muscle extending from the base of the skull towards the pectoral girdle. So, when you dissect, this is the first muscle that you will encounter as it covers the posterior neck and back. Okay? Ang trabaho ng trapezius is to assist in suspending the limb. Kapag nagkikibit-balikat kayo, you also activate your trapezius. Okay. Next is the latissimus dorsi. This is a broad triangular muscle that is located, so a broad triangular muscle that is located on the inferior part of the back. So this is commonly known as the swimmer's muscle, as most the elite swimmers have very developed latissimus dorsi. What is the function of the latissimus dorsi? It extends, retracts, and rotates the humerus laterally. So this position, yung parang nagsa-sunbathing, that is responsible because of the action of the latissimus dorsi. Okay? Next, we have the rhomboids major and minor. Okay? These are parallel muscles that run from the midline going inferiorly, okay, from the vertebrae down to the scapula. Okay? The rhomboid major is about 2 times as wide compared to the rhomboid minor. Of this muscle, or the work of this muscle, is it forcibly lowers the hand, okay, or the limbs, okay? It lowers the limbs while it is in the elevated position. Okay? And lastly, levator scapulae. This is a thin or a narrow-shaped muscle in the posterior portion of the neck. Mas malalim pa to sa sternocleidomastoid. So, located posteriorly, and the trapezoid muscles. And the purpose of this is from the name itself, levator scapulae. So, it means it elevates the scapula. Okay? Question. What is the main action of the muscles that move the pectoral girdle? So kung mapapansin nyo guys, when I discuss the muscles, I don't discuss it na saying to you the origin, the insertion, the action, the innervation. We are presenting it as an overview. Okay? The details is in the laboratory and when you study it using the slides alone, because we cannot cover everything with an hour that we have. Okay, so the answer to this question, what is the main action of the muscles that move the pectoral girdle? Okay, the main action, okay, of the muscles is to stabilize the scapula. Okay, kasi yung mga muscles na to, hindi naman siya involved sa shoulder eh. Okay? Hindi niya tinataas yung balikat, hindi niya ina-adduct yung balikat, hindi niya fino-forward yung arm natin or ine-extend yung arm natin. So, bakit pa nandyan yung mga muscles na yan, yung trapezius? Kasi, when we move our arm, okay, when we move our shoulder, okay, there should be a way para ma-stabilize ang scapula. And these are the muscles that help do that. Okay? So next, so I just like to show to you this figure. Sa dissection, this is very important. There is this nerve called the long thoracic nerve. Okay, this long thoracic nerve basically is the nerve that is responsible for the innervation of the serratus anterior muscle. Okay, so if you sever or injure this nerve, you have paralysis of the serratus anterior. Okay? And what happens is that when you paralyze the serratus anterior by cutting or injuring the long thoracic nerve, when you ask the patient to push the wall, okay, makikita nyo parang sobrang lumalabas yung, nagiging emboss yung scapula niya. Okay? And we have a term for that that's called the scapular. So, sa mga patients o sa mga people na nasasaksak, tas inadvertently nakakat yung long thoracic nerve, okay, this happens to them. Okay, nagkakaroon sila ng scapular winging. Okay? So there. That's scapular winging. Anong na-injure? Long thoracic nerve. At ano yung muscle na ini-innervate niya that cause scapular winging? Serratus anterior muscle. Okay, now we proceed with the second part, scapulohumeral muscle. Ito madali lang to. Sa scapula humerus, we can identify 6 main muscles. Okay, so these are the deltoid, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, teres major, subscapularis. Guys, ano nga pala yung member ng rotator cuff muscle? Siya si supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres major ba o teres minor? Teres minor, okay? Always minor, never major, okay? And lastly, si subscapularis, okay? So collectively, ang tawag sa kanila, rotator cuff muscles, okay? So let's identify. So we have the deltoid, okay? We have the rotator cuff muscles na binubuo nila, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and subscapularis. So ito yan, supraspinatus. So kung ito, yung posterior aspect ng scapula, anong tawag dito? Scapular spine o spine of scapula or crest of scapula. Yung muscle na nasa taas niya, that's the supraspinatus. The muscle located inferior, that crest, is the infraspinatus muscle. Nasaan yung teres minor? Nasa ilalim pa niya. And the subscapularis is found on the anterior aspect of the scapula. Okay? So what's the deltoid? The deltoid is all about the muscle of the shoulder. So kapag binabakunahan tayo, yung deltoid muscle, yung nahihit. Okay? Kapag sinabing intramuscular injection, dito yun, di ba? Okay? The deltoid muscle is that muscle na binabanggit sa intramuscular injection. This is a thick and powerful shoulder muscle that covers the glenohumeral joint and siya yung responsible sa rounded contour ng balikat natin. Okay? Teres major, this is a thick, this is a rounded muscle. It passes, nasa lateral aspect siya. Okay? It passes from the inferior aspect of the scapula. Okay? Inferior and lateral aspect of the scapula. And it attaches sa humerus. The purpose of this muscle is to adduct. So from this position, ibababa niya ngayon yung arm. And it also helps extend it from a flex position. A good stabilizer of the shoulder also, but not part of the rotator cuff. Next, supraspinatus. This muscle, located above the scapular spine, is a rounded muscle named because of its location, and its purpose is to abduct the arm. Okay? The infraspinatus, this is a triangular muscle. Okay? Its purpose naman is to depress the arm. Teres minor, this one is a cylindrical elongated muscle, okay, that also helps in depressing the arm. Subscapularis, this is a large triangular muscle. So, nasa harap yung subscapularis. So, hindi natin makikita yan sa likod. Okay? The purpose of this is to adduct, okay, the arm or the shoulder. So, kanina, may nagsabi sa inyo, para matandaan daw yung rotator cuff, tandaan lang natin yung SITS. Tama kayo. SITS stands for supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and subscapularis. Guys, itong apat na muscle na to are the main dynamic stabilizers of the shoulder. So, wag natin silang kakalimutan. Rotator cuff muscles. Okay? So, ganyan yung positioning niya. Okay? Ganyan sila mag-attach doon sa proximal humerus natin. Okay, meron akong case vignette sa inyo. Si Jim, he complained of pain on his right shoulder after a rigorous volleyball practice. His physical exam was unremarkable except for pain when putting his right arm above his head. Tinataas niya. His imagings are unremarkable. What structure might be involved? Sabi, naglaro daw ng volleyball, tapos bigla pag tinataas yung arm, sumasakit na. Ano kaya yung structure na involved? So, ano yung problema natin? Okay, anyone? Hirap, no? Kasi pwede lahat. Pero tatandaan natin, okay, itong table na to, alin ba dito yung intimately, ito na naman, intimately associated sa shoulder, such that kapag inaangat mo yung shoulder, siya yung nagfa-fire, siya yung gumagalaw, siya yung nagko-contract. Okay? Hindi mo pwede na, hindi mo na pwede sama si levator scapula. Kasi si levator scapula, nasa leg siya. Tsaka ano bang trabaho ni levator scapula? Elevate the scapula. Kaya nga levator scapula, wala siyang kinalaman sa shoulder abduction. Trapezius, okay, trapezius, it's a big muscle. So, baka pwede dahil malaki siya. Pero take note, may kinalaman po ba ang trapezius sa pag-abduct ng shoulder natin? Wala po siyang kinalaman. Okay? Pag sinabing trapezius, more on adduction, di ba, ng shoulder. More of stabilization ng pectoral girdle. Wala siyang kinalaman sa abduction ng shoulder. Sabi dito sa case, nagkakaroon ng pain pag ina-abduct eh. So, pipili ka na lang, deltoid or supraspinatus. Ngayon, ito, kahit meron kang 50% chance na tumama, hindi mo ito masasagot kung hindi mo alam yung main function ng mga muscle na yan. So, babalikan mo to. Deltoid, its function is made for flexion, rotation ng arm. Also, it abducts the arm and extends and laterally rotates the arm. Whereas the supraspinatus initiate and assist, okay, the abduction of the arm, okay, together with the deltoid. Okay? So, sa kanilang dalawa, sino yung pinaka-pwede? Ang tanong ko sa inyo, sa dalawang muscle na yan, sino ang pinaka-main job is abduction? Supraspinatus or deltoid? Deltoid. Deltoid. Okay, so ang sagot dito, siguro tama kayo na naiisip kasi malaking muscle ang deltoid. Pero kung babasahin yung action niya, ang first is flexion and rotation, medial rotation. Sunod lang po yung abduction. Whereas yung supraspinatus, yung main job description niya is abduction. To the point na ini-initiate niya pa yung abduction. Okay? Kaya guys, ang sagot, okay. Ang sagot is the supraspinatus muscle. Okay, yung problem. And ang sakit ni Jim is called the shoulder impingement syndrome. Ang nangyayari sa shoulder impingement syndrome, wala nang bursa yung shoulder. Okay? Nag-deteriorate or whatever. Okay? Then every time, iaangat niya tong humerus. Okay? Itong tendon ng supraspinatus, kumakalso siya, okay, doon sa bone. That's why, namamaga siya and inaangat o tinataas yung arm, okay, and that causes pain. So, the correct answer is supraspinatus. Okay? So, that's for the scapulohumeral muscle. Sunod, arm muscles na tayo. Okay? Walang hingahan. 20 minutes na lang, sorry. Okay, arm muscles, muscles that move the elbow. Meron tayo, madali lang to. So, sa arm or sa humerus, meron siyang two groups of muscles, anterior and posterior. Sa anterior, you have 3 muscles. Sa posterior, may 2 muscles ka. Okay? So, these are the anterior muscle group. This is the posterior muscle group. Okay? So, arm muscles. Punta muna tayo sa harap, anterior. You have biceps brachii. You have coracobrachialis. You have brachialis. Done. For the posterior muscle group, meron kang triceps brachii and meron kang anconeus. Okay? That's all. Now, let's talk about biceps brachii. This is a large muscle located on the anterior surface of the arm. Okay? Biceps by 2. cephalus. Okay, ceph head. So dalawa yung head niya. Yung dalawang head niya, okay, it has two origins. Yung isa, ang tawag is long head of the biceps, yung isa short head ng biceps. Nalala niyo to si long head of biceps, 'di ba? Di ba siya yung sumusuot between the lesser and greater tuberosity? Okay, so siya yun. This is biceps brachii. The main purpose of biceps brachii is to flex the elbow. Next, coracobrachialis. This is an elongated narrow muscle in the arm. Also acts to adduct the arm. Brachialis, malalim na muscle, also located in the anterior compartment of the arm, deep to the biceps brachii, and the most powerful flexor of the forearm at the elbow joint. So much so that it is the workhorse of the elbow flexors. Sa totoo lang guys, sikat na sikat ang biceps. So when you flex, you say you're flexing your biceps. Hindi kita, naka-yellow din kasi ako. But the main flexor or the main elbow flexor is not the biceps really. It's brachialis. So sa exam, pag tinanong tayo, what is the main flexor of the elbow joint? Ang sagot is not biceps, brachialis dapat. Okay? Next, sa posterior naman tayo, triceps brachii. This is a large muscle located on the posterior surface of the arm. Tatlo ang kanyang origins. It has the long head, okay, the lateral head, and the medial head. The purpose of the triceps is to extend the elbow. And lastly, the anconeus. This is a small muscle located in the posterior part of the elbow, and it assists the triceps in extending the elbow. So that is for the arm muscles. Okay? Okay, ito yung medyo madugo. Hindi ko na kayo bobolahin. Mahirap to. Okay? Kasi madami siya. Okay? Pero tulad nga sinabi natin, repetition, repetition. Tapos gawa kayo ng parang table of contents or ng overview. So, forearm muscles, pwede nyo siyang hatiin sa dalawa. Okay? Meron kang anterior forearm muscle, meron kang posterior forearm muscle. Sa anterior forearm muscle, hahatiin mo pa siya sa tatlong grupo. Merong superficial, intermediate, and deep. Ganun din yung sa posterior. May superficial, may deep, at may outcropping. Okay? So, this is the anterior group of muscles. Okay? And this is, ito sila. So, superficial muna tayo. We have the pronator teres, flexor carpi radialis, palmaris longus, and the flexor carpi ulnaris. Then, we have the intermediate group, the flexor digitorum superficialis, and the deep group, the flexor digitorum profundus, the flexor pollicis longus, and the pronator quadratus. Lahat to guys nasa anterior lang, nasa harap lang. Okay, let's start with the pronator teres. Okay, this is a fusiform shaped muscle, parang spindle shaped muscle, located at the lateral border of the forearm. Okay, and it inserts radially. Okay, so this muscle, from the name itself, ang trabaho niya is to pronate. Okay, so this is neutral position, this is pronate, this is supinate. So pronator teres is one of the muscles that pronates the forearm. Next, flexor carpi radialis. This is a long fusiform muscle located medial to the pronator teres. Okay? So, the FCR tendon is lateral to the radial artery. So, para malaman nyo sa exam or sa cadaver, hanapin nyo muna yung radial artery. Okay? Once makita nyo yung radial artery, okay, tignan nyo siya. Okay? Ano yung katabi niyang tendon? The tendon that is medial to the radial artery is the flexor carpi radialis. Okay? So, baliktad naman, in surgery, kapag ka nakita namin yung flexor carpi radialis, it means that malapit na kami sa radial artery. So, we use it as a marker para iwasan yung or i-protect yung radial artery. Next is the palmaris longus. This is a small fusiform muscle. Absent ito sa ibang people. Okay? Or if you could, kung gagawin nyo to, your thumb and your small finger, you fuse them together. Pag may lumabas na ligament, na tendon, you have the palmaris longus. Not everyone has them though. Okay, it is a useful guide to determine the location of the median nerve. And then lastly, we have flexor carpi ulnaris. This is the most superficial of the superficial flexor muscles, and this one is innervated by the ulnar nerve. Okay? Flexor digitorum superficialis, this is located intermediate na. It forms the intermediate layer between the superficial and the deep group muscles of the forearm. It gives rise, the flexor digitorum superficialis gives rise to 4 tendons. Yung isa pupunta sa index, pupunta sa middle, then ring, and then small finger. Flexor digitorum profundus, this is the only muscle that can flex the distal interphalangeal joint. Okay, this muscle also forms 4 tendons going to the fingers of the hand, index finger to small finger. Okay, flexor longus, so this is the flexor of the thumb. So you're able to flex the interphalangeal joint of the thumb because of flexor pollicis longus. Okay, so this is it is quite unique, okay, to the thumb. And then we have pronator quadratus. So kanina meron tayong pronator teres. It's located superiorly. But pronator quadratus, on the other hand, this is located inferiorly. Okay? This is a quadrangular muscle that pronates the forearm. Okay? So this is the muscles of the posterior compartment of the forearm. Isa-isahin natin. So kung kanina, lahat ng nasa harap, puro flexor yung pangalan, yung nasa likod, puro extensor yung start ng pangalan niya. Okay. Okay. So, forearm muscles, posterior compartment naman tayo, ha? Punta tayo dun sa posterior compartment, superficial muscles muna. We have brachioradialis. Okay, malilito, ha? Sa forearm, brachioradialis. Sa arm, brachialis. Okay? So, brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis longus, extensor carpi radialis brevis, extensor digitorum, extensor digiti minimi, extensor carpi ulnaris. That's for the superficial. For the deep layer of the posterior compartment, you have the supinator, extensor indicis, and for the outcropping, ito yung mga kapag ka nagpo-pronate supinate ka, kaya naging iba-iba siya ng posisyon. You have the abductor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis longus, and pollicis brevis. Okay? So, brachioradialis. So, this is a fusiform muscle that lies superficial, okay, posterior pero superficial. Okay? So, this muscle it also helps in the pronation supination of the forearm. Okay? Extensor carpi radialis longus. This muscle is the main action of the muscle is to extend the wrist. From the name itself, extensor, extend. Which one? Carpus, the wrist. Okay? Paano niya ini-extend? Ini-extend niya radially o papunta sa labas. Extensor carpi radialis brevis. This one, same function as extensor carpi radialis longus, but it mainly assists extension of the wrist. Extensor digitorum. So, kanina may flexor digitorum tayo, di ba? Ngayon naman, extensor digitorum. So, if you are able to flex your fingers because of flexor digitorum, superficialis and profundus, you're able to extend it because of extensor digitorum. Okay? Extensor digiti minimi, this is special because it extends the small joints of the pinky finger. Okay? Extensor carpi ulnaris, okay? So this muscle extends the wrist. So kanina, extensor carpi radialis, diba? Ngayon naman, extensor carpi ulnaris. Trabaho niya is to extend the wrist and deviate it ulnarly. Supinator, okay, the main function of this deep muscle of the forearm located posteriorly is to supinate the forearm. Extensor indicis is a narrow elongated belly, okay, that lies alongside the extensor pollicis longus. So, ang trabaho niya, it also assists in extension of the index finger. Abductor pollicis longus. So from the name itself, this muscle abducts. Which one? The pollex. The pollex. Pag sinabi natin pollux, we are referring to the thumb. So abductor pollicis longus, this is a muscle that mainly abducts the thumb. Okay? Extensor pollicis longus. This muscle, located at the posterior compartment, extends the thumb naman. Extensor pollicis brevis, okay, another muscle that extends the thumb, but it's mainly an assist of the extensor pollicis longus. Okay, so this is the anatomical snuff box. Okay, so yung anatomical snuff box, importante siya, okay, kasi merong mga muscles, merong mga tendons na nagde-demarcate sa kanya. So this triangular structure here, ito, nakashade siya ng pink, okay? That's the anatomical snuff box. Kaya siya tinawag na snuff box kasi before, you know, people who use drugs like heroin or cocaine, they put a small amount of their substance dyan sa shaded structure na yan and they sniff it. Okay, kaya tinatawag na snuff box. And the snuff box is demarcated by these tendons. Okay, the tendon of the extensor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis, and the abductor pollicis. Okay, so those are the borders of the anatomical snuff box. So ano naman ang importance sa kanila? Kasi these are markers for us, no? Para masabi natin, immediately kasi yung base ng snuff box is the scaphoid. So pag nakapa namin yan and there is pain, baka merong fracture yung scaphoid. Okay? So that's the snuff box. Okay? Also, in that area, dumadaan yung radial artery. Okay? In that anatomical snuff box of your hand. Okay. Question. Which of the following is true when measuring pulse rate? Okay, A. The common place for measuring the pulse rate is the radial artery of the wrist. Is it true that when measuring the radial pulse rate, the palp of the thumb should not be used because it is more sensitive and mobile? C. If a pulse cannot be felt, one should try to palpate the femoral artery next. Or D. An ulnar pulse may also be felt by pressing lightly on the anatomical snuff box. So, which of the following statement is true? Okay, lock in your answer. Letter A, letter A, at walang letter B or C. Okay, may D. Okay, the correct answer is, okay. Okay, so the common place for measuring the radial pulse is the radial artery on the wrist. So tama kayo. The correct answer is letter A. Okay? Mali yung when measuring the radial pulse, the palp of the thumb. Okay? Hindi dapat yung palp ng thumb, yung pang-measure ng pulse. Kasi yung thumb, meron din siyang sariling artery. Okay? Yung Princeps palp. Yung sariling artery niya, that will interfere when you check the pulse. The second statement is not correct. So kapag hindi mo ma-check yung pulse rate, punta ka sa femoral artery, try mo muna yung kabila or palpate it in the correct anatomic position. 3, ulnar pulse may be felt when you press the anatomical snuff box. False yun. Kasi hindi ulnar artery yung mapapalpate natin. It's the radial artery. Okay? Okay, last but not the least, hand muscles. So sa hand muscles, we have 3 compartments. Okay, not compartments. We have 3 groups of hand muscles. We have the thenar, the hypothenar, and the short muscles of the hand. Okay, so this is the table showing to you those muscles. O, punta muna tayo sa thenar. So we have the opponens pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, and the adductor pollicis. So basically, lahat pollicis involving the thumb, no? So ibig sabihin, their names will give you a clue na ang main function nila pagalawin ang thumb. Okay? Muscles ng hypothenar, adductor digiti minimi, flexor digiti minimi brevis, opponens digiti minimi. Okay? And those muscles, digiti minimi, will give you an idea, digit minimi, small finger. Lahat ng muscles na to, basically, are muscles that help move the small finger or the pinky. Lastly, small muscles or the short muscles, these are the lumbricals, the dorsal interossi, and the palmar interossi. Okay, so opponens pollicis, this is a sorry for the malabong photo, but this is a quadrangular muscle that lies deep to the abductor pollicis brevis, and its main goal is to oppose the thumb. Next is the abductor pollicis brevis, another muscle located malapit sa thumb. Okay? The purpose of this muscle is to abduct. So from this position, kaya natin itong gawin, abductor pollicis, abduction because of the abductor pollicis brevis. Next is the flexor pollicis brevis. This muscle also moves the thumb. Paano? Kung yung abductor pollicis pa ganito, palayo, yung flexor pollicis pa-forward. Okay? Adductor pollicis, this is a muscle that from this position, okay, the thumb will go back to the midline. Okay? That's adductor pollicis brevis, adductor pollicis. Next, the adductor digiti minimi. Okay, this muscle, the most superficial and function niya is to abduct. So to abduct the small finger away from the midline. The flexor digiti minimi brevis, this muscle flexes the small finger. Okay, it helps in flexion of the small finger at the metacarpophalangeal joint. Opponens digiti minimi, okay, it helps also in the opposition, small finger to thumb. Lumbricals, okay, so this lumbrical is located in, what's peculiar is that they insert in the tendons of the hand, of the flexor digitorum superficialis. The function of the lumbricals, okay, is for abduction and adduction of the fingers. Okay, together with the dorsal and palmar interossi, their purpose is to abduct and adduct the fingers, okay, of the hand. Okay, and lastly, palmaris brevis, okay, not too important. I mean, this is a muscle na medyo special mention na lang, no? A small thin muscle, okay, that lies in subcutaneous, kaya merong wrinkly na itsura yung mga kamay nyo because of palmaris brevis. Okay? So, just a quick correlation. Kung nakarinig na kayo ng carpal tunnel syndrome, this is a condition wherein there is numbness of your fingers. And nagnanumb siya because yung nerve that gives sensation to the fingers passes through a tunnel sa wrist. Okay? And sa wrist na yon, hindi lang siya yung mag-isang dumadaan. Okay? That nerve, that median nerve that is involved in carpal tunnel syndrome passes dun sa tunnel, which is called the carpal tunnel. Hindi siya nag-iisa. It is accompanied by these tendons, the flexor pollicis longus tendon, the flexor digitorum superficialis tendon, and the flexor digitorum profundus tendon. And kapag naipit ang tunnel na yan, nag-collapse yung tunnel na yan, okay? Na-impinge yung tunnel na yan, So, what will give way are not these very hard tendinous structures. What will give way is the median nerve. That's why, kapag na-compress mo yung structure na yan because of trauma, because of infection, because of a tumor, or because of degeneration, okay, what will be affected is not the movement of your hand, okay, at first. What will be affected is the sensation of your hand because naapektuhan is the median nerve. Okay? All right. So you see atrophy of the hands. Okay? So that's basically the end of my lecture. I'm going beyond my limit, no? Pero just so to give you some help, so these are some mnemonics that you could use regarding muscles that could bend or flex the elbow. Okay? Brachialis, biceps, and brachioradialis. Okay? Tatandaan natin, kapag sinabi nating palmar adduction, okay, paano natin maaalala sa palmar interossi, dorsal interossi, alin yung nag-a-adduct, alin yung nag-a-abduct? Pag sinabi nating palmar, okay, ina-adduct niya yung fingers. Pag sinabi nating dorsal, okay, interossi, ina-abduct niya. So, isipin nyo na lang pad and dub. Pad, dub. Lumbrical's action is to flex, okay, the metacarpophalangeal joint. Isipin nyo na lang, L, lumbrical is to flex the metacarpophalangeal joint. Notator cuff muscle sits, alam nyo na to, serratus anterior, this is the long thoracic nerve. So, kung nalilito kayo, supination versus pronation. Supination, parang nanghihingi kayo ng soup. Pronation or pornation, binababa niyo yung soup. Tinatapon niyo yung soup. Okay, so muscles that innervate, the hand muscles that are innervated by the median nerve, just think of the loaf muscles. Okay, lumbricals 1 and 2, opponents pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis, and flexor pollicis brevis. Arm fracture. So, kanina na discuss na natin to. Okay, kapag proximal, axillary nerve, kapag shaft, radial nerve, and distal ulnar nerve. Okay, WAMI. Ano yung mga concepts na magpapalito sa inyo? We call them WAMI. Okay? Or sometimes, a double WAMI. Okay? So, rotator cuff, teres minor or teres major. O, iisipin nyo si rotator cuff muscle. So, dapat teres minor ang sagot sa exam. Okay? Brachialis versus brachioradialis. Magkatunog sila, guys. Pero magkaiba sila. Brachialis natatagpuan sa arm. Brachioradialis natatagpuan sa forearm. Brachialis, malakas. Main elbow flexor. Brachioradialis, weak elbow flexor. Saan pa kayo malilito? Mga muscles with more than one head. Sino-sino sila? Pectoralis major, dalawang head, clavicular sternal, deltoid, biceps brachii, triceps, pronator, flexor carpi ulnaris, okay, so on and so forth. Saan pa kayo malilito? Ito pa, generalizations. So, pag sinabi nating arm muscles, pwede niyong hatiin to anterior and posterior. Pagka anterior, innervated yan ng musculocutaneous nerve. Pag posterior, radial nerve. Forearm muscles, lahat ng mga nasa harap, innervated by median nerve. Sorry, median nerve to. Except flexor carpi ulnaris and flexor digitorum profundus, ulnar part. Forearm muscles, lahat ng nasa likod na forearm muscles, innervated ng radial nerve. Huwag na mag-isip. Okay? Hand muscles, thenar area, median nerve ang nag-i-innervate dyan, except adductor pollicis and flexor pollicis brevis, deep head. Hand muscles, okay? Yung thenar area is, hypothenar area is innervated by the ulnar nerve. Okay? So, I know na ang daming lecture, but do not worry. I'll be uploading a video recording of all my lectures and a copy of my presentation. Okay? Any questions before I let you go? 6 minutes overtime. Okay, I can see stars. Pero don't worry, you will get the hang of it. Welcome to medical school. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna leave you. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you po.
Okay, thank you.